Hey everybody. Hello everybody. Welcome. It's Real Housewives of Dubai. Real Housewives of Dubai tonight. Welcome everybody. Welcome. If you're new here, you haven't subscribed, join the tribe. You're gonna have to join the tribe. Real said there are many African bloggers out here, but I remain the undisputed African queen. First of all, I don't like this lighting, but we're gonna be working with it. Okay. Real Housewives of Dubai. Let's start. Who are we going to start with? Sarah. So Sarah is introduced to us. She's there with her nanny and her son, and she's saying, you know what? I'm going to be introducing my culture, my Arabic culture, to my son, who is so Americanized, right? Because of the school that he goes to and all that. And she's trying to make him understand. Where do I have a picture of them? Her try to wait. Where are they? Do you have a picture? Yeah. There is Sarah with the son who's 6 years old, trying to make him understand the Arabic culture, sitting down, eating with your hands. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I mean, I know they're doing it for the camera, but girl, listen. But I understand. But I appreciate the way she's talking about. She doesn't want her son to be raised the way we have been raising our just even our black children over here, right? You're a man, you should not be showing your emotions. So she's saying, you know what? No, men are also human beings. Okay, I'm gonna raise him just the way I would raise my daughter. Okay, show your emotions. Do you want to show your emotions? Go ahead. You're a human being. Do you want to cry? Are you being hurt? Do you have show your feelings? We are not here to make men start looking like, oh, they are superheroes. You're not supposed to cry. And this is an African thing too. This is an African, like, yo, why are you crying? You're a man. Go out there and be a man. And then they are no longer sensitive about anything because they cannot show their emotions. You're not supposed to be showing your emotions. All right. So that is something that we can relate to, I'm sure, even for people, for many people, right? Black men are supposed to be strong. Black men are not supposed to be showing emotions. Black men are black men. It's like they're no longer human beings. So I appreciated that so very much. And then what do we see? We see, wait a minute, Carol? Oh yeah, then we see Carol and the husband, right? The one who has a husband who is 20 years younger than her. Do you have a picture of Carol? I hope we do, because don't tell me I deleted all the pictures of these people. Carol, the one who's been dating a woman, a man. No, she's actually now married. She's married to this dude who is 20 years younger. All right. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, she's talking about how difficult it was for her to be divorced. It's not easy to get divorced in Dubai. And then she says, even buying property, it's very difficult in Dubai. Like, they expect you to put down 30% of 30% down, and the houses over there, they're expensive, right? Anyway, she's talking to us about how she's telling her friend now she's gonna be moving. She doesn't want to be they're trying to get to another house, and you can, oh my gosh, the house look beautiful, trees, you wouldn't even think that you're in Dubai. Beautiful, but they have the money anyway. 80% of people living in Dubai are immigrants. 80%. Now let's talk about my girl over here, the Kenyan girl, because she is carrying the show. It's only the second season, but yo, listen. Wait, should we go there first? Yes, we should go there because she meets with Nina. And she's trying to catch up with Nina because of the dinner that they had, and she felt like, I was so close to you, Nina. Why were you not standing up for me? When Carol was saying you're not important, and I have shared with you, all right? I have shared with you the trauma and the difficulties that I've had in my childhood, when my dad felt that I'm not important. And so if somebody is telling me, oh, you're not important, that's a trigger for her. But Nina, you need this information. But Nina said, hey, I did not want to, I was a host, all right? And I didn't want to cause any trouble, right? Still, Carol was out of the line. You don't tell anybody that you're not important. I disagreed with that. But listen, Carol, she has a whole attitude. I'm telling you, I was watching a Ladies of London some time back. It was on a Bravo show. She is full of herself. She is very arrogant. Uh, at that time when she was when I was watching her, and still is, still is. I mean, come on now. Anyway, okay. But every time Ayan is showing up, she's coming up with Gucci, all right, her shoes, her top, everything. Like, girl, it's not a runway. Nina just want to have a lunch. But she is a statement of, oh my gosh. Now, then what happens? So she's talking about it, and she's telling her, how her feelings were hurt out of, from that dinner that they had, right? And then, and in her confession, she said, you know what? She's talking about the colonizers. She's like, I'm not backing down on anything. This girl, oh my gosh, she is okay. Now, then Brooke is coming down from her house, the stairs. She's coming down and she's calling her house help, right? And you can hear, I don't know what's her name. What was the name of the house help? Sarah. Was that Sarah? The house help was Sarah. Just like, Sarah, where's my coffee? It's here, ma'am. Madam. Here. Oh my gosh. Sarah, bring my sunglasses. She goes outside on her balcony, and I think the sun is too much, and then she was getting to my nerves. Brooke, because this is how people treat house helps back in Africa. She's a typical African person, African woman. This is how they treat house helps, like they're nobodies. Why could she go make her own coffee? Why can't she go get her own glasses? And the house help is over here saying, yes, madam. Yes, madam. I'm like, I feel like it's slip. Oh my gosh, I need a drink. Mm-hmm. I felt so bad. I felt like there's no respect. Brooke is too much. And you're paying them, but treat them with some respect. Did you see how other cast members are treating their nannies? She's not the only one who was. Look at Lisa. What is that her name? Lisa, yeah. Lisa and her house help, the relationship that she has when she was preparing that Thanksgiving dinner. There's some respect that she was putting on the house help. They were cooking together. They were, chit-chatting together. Brooks is like, they cannot even sit together with this house help. The way she was coming, you guys, didn't you? Hey, Dina. Why am I talking? I think it's because I'm talking about these house helps. But yeah, listen, I did not like the way she was treating the house help and the audacity. Hi, Kamisha. Oh, you're just waking up. Thank you for stopping by. We're talking about Real Housewives of Dubai, and I'm talking about how Brooks was treating the house help. She's coming down from the steps and the stairs, busy on her phone, and she's over here saying, Sarah. And the house help was Sarah. Sarah, where's my coffee? And you can hear her saying, yes, madam. Yes, madam. I'm like, is this slavery all over again on TV? It did not. But then I was comparing the way she was treating her with other people, with Lisa. She's not the only one who has the house. And in fact, she doesn't look as if she has more money than these other girls. Even Nina, even Sarah, they all have house helps. Okay? The house managers or whatever you want to call them. There's a way the others are treating their house help. And I'm on the lookout now, Brooks. I'm on the lookout because I did not appreciate the way you did. Now, they're preparing for Thanksgiving. Everybody is getting ready for Thanksgiving. Nina is a Lebanese. Okay, she came to America when she was about a young age, right? She got married here. They have children, American children. So then they went back to Dubai, settled there. So she understands, Thanksgiving dinner and all that. And so they're celebrating. And then Lisa, who is Jamaican, decided to invite Ayan, okay? Decided to invite Ayan for with her husband and her son for Thanksgiving, all right? Now, before we get to what she brought, because she was being dramatic about the goat. We're going to talk about that because, Kenya, just like she is. We're going to be correcting that because, now before we do that, she was talking about, she doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. Her husband is an American though, but she kept saying, "Oh, what is Thanksgiving? Why do I have to come celebrate Thanksgiving? We don't start with these colonizers. We're not celebrating them." Anyway, she comes out from the car and she's calling her son, telling the son, "You know what? Son, open the door for me." And the son said, "Yes, Queen." She is a trip. Oh my gosh. So anyway, she comes out. The goat is removed from the trunk, and she comes with the goat, and everybody's surprised. "Oh my gosh, you're bringing a goat?" Now she was being extra, and she said, "Oh, people, where I come from, my Kenyan culture, when you're visiting people, you have to take something special," which is true. That I agree. We don't take goats. We don't take goats. Now, she said something also that is true. She said that goats are very important or significant. Okay, so you give goats during a engagement party. You give goats during a wedding. That is true. You give goats or cows, depending. You just don't show up on in somebody's house on a Thanksgiving dinner. Well, we don't do Thanksgiving in Africa, but like Christmas, if somebody has invited you for Christmas, you don't go to their house with a goat just because the goat is significant. We don't do those things. Come on now, Ian. We come on. We do shopping, grocery shopping. You go with some grocery shopping. You just don't go empty-handed. That is true. You don't show up to anybody's house just empty-handed, especially if they have invited you and there's an occasion this Christmas. You bring gifts, all right? We just don't bring goats. She needs to stop playing. And then the goat jumps into the pool, and the goat disappears. And now I was watching her last night on Watch What Happens Live on Bravo, and she says, we'll be seeing more of the goat. I think she's taking this thing a little bit too far, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay. So yes, just so you know, African people, when they go visiting, we just don't bring goats. Nobody brings goats. We don't bring goats. Now, do we give goats on a wedding? Yes, goats or cows, because those are, important. It's a sign of wealth. It's a sign of wealth. So we do those things, but not enough. You just don't pop up in somebody's house with a goat or a cow. No, she's being dramatic. She was being extra. But anyway, did you guys see when Lisa was shopping for her Thanksgiving? First of all, I loved her food, and I love the way she is hands on. She's a hands on mom. I love what she's doing, because she's a boss lady. She has her businesses going on, but when she comes home, she's a mother. She's a wife. She's doing all those things. She's cooking. She's doing all those things. All right, and she's doing. And she said, yo, I have the money. I can hire somebody to do this thing, but I love preparing meals for my children and for my husband, right? So I love that about her. And that's what I was saying. I was just thinking about her and Brooks. First of all, I don't know what they have in common, because Brooks is just Brooks. She's rubbing me the wrong way. I mean, I don't like the way she's treating people. I don't like it. Hopefully, and I don't know why they are good friends with Ian. Okay. All right. So anyway, so Ayan arrives. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that when people. Yes. Okay, so now she's sitting with, and then she goes to visit Sarah, right? She goes to visit Sarah, and she's catching up with Sarah. And she's saying, "You know what?" Okay, so now she comes to Sarah's house, and she brings some onions now. That also was a little bit extra. Okay, but the way she was putting it up on her head, people from her tribe, or people from her uh, where she comes from, like Somalis, okay, they carry their stuff up here on the head. They don't do back stuff. They always put their things up here on the head. So the way she came in that house, that's exactly what they do. They carry them up there on the. I don't know how they balance it, and you can see a woman just putting things on their head and walking without even holding it. I don't know how they do it. Their balance is over there. Listen. So she brings onions. I did not understand the significance of onions. I don't know what she meant by bringing onions. Okay, but I enjoyed the conversation that she had with. I enjoyed the conversation she had with Sarah. When she talked about the trauma and how For 26 years, she has been unable to forgive her dad because of what the dad did. And that was a trigger for her. Okay, that was a trigger for her of the way from the way she was Caroline was treating her during that dinner that they had at Nina's house, right? So she's discussing about this. She's saying this trauma is trigger when somebody tells you that you're not important. It reminds me of her. She says it reminds me of my dad. You know, the way he was treating us. No, he treated me. He would beat me. And she talked about that story about when it was raining. Listen, this girl has gone through so much, and this is a really it's a story that many can relate to, like her being raised by a single mom and them having to sell stuff on the streets. Okay, so when you hear her saying that getting up in the morning, she has to go looking for fruits. So you're going to buy fruits in a wholesale, and then you bring it to your city or to wherever you live and display them on the street, sell them at a higher price. It's a business. Okay, and many people do that in Kenya. Okay, so this girl has listened. And that's what she said, you know, this is my mother taught me. Now I would do these things, and I learned a lot about work ethic just because of the way we did things with my mom after the dad left. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's back in the day. Men would not just do that. Would not just leave your children and your wife. Now, yes, I just don't understand. Back in the day, why would they do that? And you know, remember also, she's a Somali. Okay, so and she's a Muslim. All right. So then they're allowed to marry 2-3 wives. You just don't leave. You just don't abandon your children like that. I don't understand. I don't understand. Monique. Hi, Monique. Hi, Kamisha. Oh, my goodness. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah. So, well, she explains about that. She says, you know, when she was young and she went to fetch water and it was raining, the dad tied her on the tree. That is something I can see. I can see that happening. All right. People are crazy. Now, not so much. But back in the day, yes, people would go crazy. Like even in school, going to school, my gosh, we would be beaten for no reason. Oh my gosh, they used to beat us like crazy. Now they have banned it, but they used to whip us for no reason. Well, some stupid reasons, I would say. All right. So there was a whole lot of abuse, like very, very unhealthy. So I can understand, you know, what her saying that. But then again, your father, you know, I understand though. I understand. It's tough. It's tough. But I'm happy that, you know, she overcame, and I'm glad that the dad left because it was just toxic. Like, come on. So she explains about that now. She explains about that. She says about, you know, how, you know, after the dad left, the mother picked up, raised them, all right, raised them. They would do small businesses like any other Kenyan family, okay, to make ends meet. And look at her now. Then she talked about how she met her husband, all right, and how she's loved, all right, how she's loved by the husband. I love that. I love that, you know, she did not understand. She did not know what love is until she met her husband. Absolutely loved it, right? And then Sarah is talking to her about, you know, going to therapy and, you know, just because of the trauma that you've gone through. And she jokes around. And Sarah said, you know what? Brooke, no, not Sarah. Ayan says that Brooke has been going for these therapies. And she says, maybe Brooke needs a refund because it's not working for her. Because she's still misbehaving on these streets. She's still treating her nanny like nobody. I did not. Sarah, bring me my coffee. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. She reminded me of so many women who have gone to Dubai looking for a better job. And the only job that you can get is a house help. Okay? And they make you wear uniforms. They make you wear uniforms when you're there. All right? Many Kenyans have really suffered going to Dubai for that kind of a job. Okay? Because what some of them do is, and not just Dubai, even Qatar, right? These Middle East countries, you know, Africans will go there just for a better job, for economic, you know, opportunities. So you go there, the only job you can get is that kind of a job. So first of all, they don't pay you good. And as you can see, most of them live there. So you live there. You're living with them. The pay is not that good, you guys. And you know what else they do? They take away your passport. They take away your passport. They keep it. So you're at their mercies. Like, you cannot leave. Where are you going to go if you don't have a passport? Do you know how many cases that we have in Kenyan consulate over there for Kenyans who go there and they're claiming, oh, I really want to leave. I cannot leave because they have my passport. So when Brooks is treating this house help like this, it triggered me. I'm like, my God, she's a human being. This is just a job. You cannot get your sunglasses. You just want to bring coffee. The next minute, bring my sunglasses. She's a black woman from here, America. She should know better. Treat people with some respect and dignity. You're not paying them that much. Trust me. I would love to know how much they are paying these nannies. They're staying, they are living with you, taking care of your children, cooking, cleaning. All right? Yes. We have heard stories, torture, people being beaten. People being beaten. You went there to Qatar. You went there to Dubai looking for an opportunity. It's a better job than where you're coming from. Okay, where you're coming from, you didn't have a job. So whatever money you get, you appreciate it. And to many of them, they are like, you know what, I'm just gonna go there for a few years, get what I have to get, then come back home and do my thing. So you go over there, you surrender everything, passport, any document that you have, any travel document that you have, give them to your boss. Now they're in control. You're at their mercies. Then our consulates, African consulates, especially Kenyan, because they don't know about others, they are not that effective. So you'll be complaining for a while before somebody listens to you. Nowadays, social media is helping because, you get to expose them. But at even some point, you don't even have a phone. Some of them, they don't even communicate with your families. When you go to those places and you're starting to work like a house help, you have no communication with your people. It's like, yes, these are true stories. I'm telling you. People have been tortured. People have been broken just because you went over there trying to look for a job. It has been an issue. I remember, watching it in the news, in the Kenyan news, and the government following up for people, many Kenyans who went there, and they're not able to come back. They want to come back. They're like, enough of this. I want to come back. But they're not able to come back because their bosses have taken their passports. And so when Brooke started treating this girl like this, Brooke, we want to know, how much are you paying this girl? And I don't have a problem for the house help to make coffee for you, breakfast. I mean, that's their job. But there's a way you treat somebody. There's a way you talk to them. There's some respect and dignity. Just because somebody is lower, just because it's a house help. And Americans may not understand that, because over here, if you are a nanny or you're a house or your babysitter or whatever, you make good money. So for you guys, when you're watching and you see them, you think, oh my gosh, they're making a lot of money. No, not much. And it's a whole lot of work. Cleaning, cooking, living there with them. It's not an easy job. And so if you do all those things and then somebody's not respecting you, somebody has taken away your stuff, like even if you wanted to go back home, you are not allowed to. It's like, what is this? That's what happens. Many Africans have suffered. Many Africans have suffered. I'm telling you, it's in the news. It's been in the news. It's something that the government, people have been complaining about. Kenyans have been complaining about. Like, yo, my family, my sister went there. We have not heard about her. She hasn't communicated with us. She hasn't talked to us. We haven't communicated, We are trying to get in touch with them. We don't know where they are. They take away your passport. No phone. Okay. You're given like a room there where you're supposed to be sleeping. It's like, yes, like, oh my gosh, is this what I was coming for? But then by the time you're realizing that, you're already gone. You've been cut. No communication with your people. So you're at their mercies. People have been beaten. People have been tortured. I'm telling you, people have been tortured. I wish I had some news over here or some pictures I would want to show people, because this is facts. This is the truth. And so when I see her treating her like this, and then I look at Lisa, who has has 3 boys, she's making dinner for Thanksgiving. She's treating her the house help with so much respect. They're talking, they're chit-chatting. That's what I want to see. Okay. And you also have to realize, did you see all those house helps? Most of them, they look like Filipinos, you know what I mean? They are not from there. They're not from there. Many of them, you're not gonna find somebody. You're not gonna find any of them, any house help from Dubai who is born and raised in Dubai working for these people. No, they find those immigrants. They find immigrants from those African, Filipino, these third world countries. That's where they find them, because they don't pay them good money, and it's a lot of work, and you're not being paid much, and there's no respect on the job, like you can see with Brooke. Disappointment. Really. So that's why I was like, oh my God, this triggered me. It really did. I've had so many stories of relatives, friends, fellow Kenyans, who are going through this. And then I see it on TV. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe she's going to learn a thing or two as she continues watching, because sometimes you have to watch the way you're treating people on TV so that you can learn something, hopefully. But she seems to have an attitude. This Brooke girl seems to have an attitude, the way she treats people, the way she acts, like I don't know about her. And she's Phaedra's friend. Phaedra should talk to her about these things. Okay. So Chanel and her bringing the gods, we don't do those things either. We bring those things in a wedding or in an engagement party. When somebody invites you to their house, whether it's Christmas, Easter, we don't do Thanksgiving. But now I'm seeing everybody in my country, they want to start doing Thanksgiving now. Everybody wants to be an American. Okay. So, but Easter, you're inviting people for Easter, you're inviting people for whatever occasion that you have, you bring something. We don't bring onions, though. I don't know why she was bringing the onions. This girl. Why was she bringing the onions? We bring groceries. We can bring groceries, milk, stuff, groceries. You make you go shopping, do some good shopping. You take it to the people that you're visiting. Not just onions. Now, the goat that went into the pool, that she was being extra. We don't do goats either. Like I explained, it has to be a big thing. It has to be a big event. It has to be a wedding. Because goats, cows, that is wealth. It's an accumulation of wealth. You bring one goat, it's a male or a female. You bring 2, they start giving birth. Before you know it, you have 10. So it's a business. So you appreciate that. But not when somebody is just inviting you to a house and then you just show up and just come with a goat. No, that's not normal. That's not common. We don't do that. We don't do that. She was just being extra for the TV. All right. Did I miss anything else? I don't think I missed anything else. I don't think so. Yeah, and she said, she's not gonna be. Anne said that she's not gonna be. No, she's gonna do therapy. All right. Hopefully they're gonna, the therapy is gonna help, and she might, be able to talk to Caroline. All right. Hopefully reconcile. But when I was watching her from Watch What Happens Live last night on Bravo, oh, she's always extra. The way she dresses. Oh man. Okay. I can see why Caroline is a little bit jealous about my Kenyan girl over here. Because whether it's lunch, whether it's breakfast, whether it is whatever it is, she's coming with her Gucci. Okay? Okay, girl, go ahead. Go ahead. But I enjoyed this show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have anything that you want to ask, please let me know. And I'm excited about the next show. I mean, the next episode. I love it. I love it. I just don't want people to start, I don't, I listen, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But it was a Real Houses of Dubai tonight. I tried to explain stuff that I really bothered me. Okay. And hopefully, yeah, I think I touched. I'm just looking at my notes and I think I touched on everything that I needed to touch on. Yes, I think so. I think I did. I did. I sure did. I sure did. Uh, oh, thank you. Thank you, Monique. Thank you. Thank you, Kamisha. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, please go watch. Go watch because there are things that we really need to explore and speak on. Okay. And there are other things, uh, Chanel, because she's the first African to be on national television like this, I feel like she has so much weight on her. Okay. She's trying to introduce the culture. I just don't want her to exaggerate things, right? Like the way she was speaking in Swahili, she was not accurate. A bad beat, the way she translated it, that wasn't accurate, right? She was actually talking about Mrembo. Mrembo is a beautiful girl, right? The way she's coming with a goat, again, that's not accurate. We don't do that. We give goats, but it has to be a wedding. It has to be a celebration. No, wedding and get in a big thing. All right. It's not when somebody is inviting you to their house for Thanksgiving dinner, for Christmas, for whatever. No, you don't do that. Then you bring onions. I don't know what she's trying to prove. I don't know. I don't know whether this the production is making her do things, but then she's a girl who stands on her ground and says what she needs to say. So I don't think she's being manipulated by anybody. Okay, so but those things are it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. We don't do those things, right? In fact, somebody was telling me even the way she spoke, when she spoke those four languages, even Somalia one, it wasn't accurate. Okay, now does she speak Swahili? She was. She was speaking Swahili, but it wasn't exactly what she said it was. Okay, so if she wants to introduce four languages, then girl, be accurate. Be accurate. At least know what you're talking about, because we'll be over here checking you. Okay, but we support her. We support her over here. She's everything. Her style. Support her. We shall be watching her journey. We wish her the very best. I would really want her to shine and shine and shine. She's gone through so much and she has overcome so much. So she deserves everything. And I think that's why Caroline is jealous. She's like, who is this girl from Africa? Who is designer? Who is wearing Gucci? Who is wearing, And I'm over here, a princess over here. She doesn't understand this. She's a little bit jealous. Now, Brooks, on the other hand, my gosh, getting into my nerves already. Getting into my nerves. But I'll be extending some grace. I can extend some grace, you guys, right? I can extend some grace to Brooke, hopefully. But the things that people have gone through, in these countries, going to do your, house help work and all that makes me, I don't like when you treat people like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not good. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Share. And I will see you in the next live. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.